Okay.
Are you ready?
We'll see, yeah.
You might even be the recipient of a Dr. Doo-Wop CD.
Ooh, we still have some T-shirts of yours that we love.
Oh, cool. The song that I just played by Mickey and Sylvia, Love is Strange,
Right.
was in what 1984 movie?
It was, I know it was in Dirty Dancing.
There you go. Bingo.
Excellent.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Cool.
I wouldn't have got that. James, would you have got that? Dirty Dancing? That's a tough one.
See, we're dealing with the tough kid right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Paula, from the Copycats. Now, you will win a second Dr. Doo-Wop CD if you can tell me there was a couple, known as a duo, who covered this particular song. Didn't go by their real names. They went by a different name.
It's not the cut that you just played?
No, not Mickey and Sylvia.
Which was the original? Mickey
and Sylvia was the original. But it was later covered by a couple, but they didn't use their real name.
I know. Dick and Dee Dee.
Boy, it's a good guess, though.
Good guess.
That's a great guess.
Not Paul and Paula.
Oh.
And by the way, we will be doing a segment coming up in the far distant future on duos.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to be playing all sorts of duos like Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Paul and Paula, Laurel and Hardy, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that type of stuff. So we're gonna give you a CD, and don't go away, because right now we're going to play the couple that sang the song "Love Is Strange."
I love this song.
Here we go.
Cool.
Season. How do you call your lover boy? Oh, lover boy. And if he doesn't answer? I say, come here, lover boy. And if he still doesn't answer? Then I say, baby, oh, baby, my sweet baby, you're the one. Baby, oh,
Yeah, so, Paula, what do you think?
I've never heard that one before in my life.
Okay, I'm going to give you a big clue right now.
Oh,
James, our board man, is going to play a very popular song
Yep.
somewhere in the 60s.
Okay, just a sec. I think I have a guess. Is it Cleopatra and
Getting close.
what Sonny and Cher's first name was? Julius and Cleopatra?
You're close.
Caesar
You're
and
so
Cleopatra.
close.
Caesar and Cleopatra.
Caesar and Cleo.
Oh, I was close. Okay, I kept thinking it sounded like Sonny and Cher, but I'd never heard of them doing it.
Yeah, well, the doctor of Doo-Wop knows all this trivia, chazarai, as they say in Yiddish. So let's listen to a little bit of I Got You, Babe. Everybody knows these guys.
Right.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out till we grow. Well, I don't know if all that's true.
So, yeah, a little bit of Caesar and Cleo.
I'll be doggone.
Yeah, interesting story. Sonny Bono's right from the Detroit area.
I don't think I knew that.
And he went out to La La Land, L.A., where I will be tomorrow, by the way, everybody, and met up with this crazy guy who had a little bit to do with the Ronettes.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, Phil Spector, you got it right. And because Phil Spector had business concerns both in the New York area and in L.A., and his, sort of speak, right-hand man was Mr. Sonny Bono. And he met a high schooler known as Cheryl Ann, Cheryllann. And talk about robbing the cradle. And they met up, they hit it off, instant duo happening. And like many groups at that time, we're going to play another song, by the way. We're going to test your trivia abilities. Number 9 on there. And they didn't want to come out right away as Sonny and Cher because they were afraid they were going to bomb. So they picked the name Caesar and Cleo. In fact, they had a few hits as Caesar and Cleo, and that was one of them. Now,
because she looked a little bit like Cleopatra, was that the idea?
I think that was the idea.
Possibly.
Sonny was infatuated with Cher's looks, and
15.
What's that?
15 years old.
15.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wow.
And so, yeah,
Do,
talk
do,
about
do,
robbing
do,
the cradle.
do, do.
So anyway, of course, and by the way, Cher is going to be in town in October at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So,
Is she going to wear pants?
who knows? I don't know.
There's more to that.
She might show off one
comedy.
of her.
There was a time when she wouldn't wear, all she would wear is pants. Remember when they first came out? She boycotted. There was a big famous thing. She boycotted dresses.
Well, remember, she
would
was
only
on
wear
tour.
pants. Back then, ladies were supposed to wear dresses.
Yeah, well,
I remember on HBO she did a concert special, and she would change outfits every couple songs.
Yeah.
This is this side of my tasteful dress. This is this side of my tasteful dress. And the tasteful dresses, were like doilies.
wow.
I mean, there was nothing
Well,
to
Yeah,
it.
she changed her view on.
She liked to show off all
Sex
her
and drugs.
tattoos. Let me tell
You know,
you.
Debbie
She
when
didn't have tattoos back then.
Debbie
Yeah, she
talks. Debbie talks on the phone. If you just listen casually, she sounds a little bit like Cher.
Paula.
Paula, excuse me, Paula. Yeah, Paula. Paula,
Yeah.
say hi to Sonny, Paula.
Hey, Sonny, hi.
I mean, if you just casually
Yeah,
tune it on
she
the
could.
radio. She sounds more like Cher than Dr. Doo-Wop.
Now, so there was another couple of guys who had a song from 1957. This was truly a one-hit wonder. This is number 9. And
Are we doing one-hit wonders today?
today's one-hit wonders, right?
The thing?
We did 55, 56. Now we're into 57
Oh.
one-hit wonders. We'll get to those. So, and these two guys were from the New York area, and I'm going to play their song right now, and you have to tell me who these two guys are.
Okay.
Ooh, Papa Lucha Pop, you're mine. Say, ooh, Papa Lucha Pop, you're mine. Hey, schoolgirl in the second row. The teacher's looking over, so I gotta whisper way down low. You say, ooh, Papa Lucha Pop, let's meet at school at 3. She said, hey, babe, but there's one thing more. My school is over at 4:30. Maybe when we're older then we can date. Ooh, let's wait. Hey, schoolgirl in the second row. The teacher's looking over, so I gotta whisper way down low. She said, woo, papa, loot your pop. Let's meet after school at 3. She said, hey, babe, I got a lot to do. It takes me hours when my homework's through. Someday we'll go steady, so don't you fret. Ooh, not yet. Hey, schoolgirl in the second row. The teacher's looking over, so I gotta whisper way down low. Say, woo, papa, loot your pop. Let's meet after school at 3. Then she turned around at me with that gleam in her eye. She said, I'm sorry if I passed you by. I'm gonna skip my homework, gonna cut my class. Bug out of here real fast. Hey, schoolgirl in the second row. Now we're going steady, hear the words that I want you to know. Well, it's a woo, papa, loot your pop. You're mine, I knew it all the time. Woo, papa, loot your pie, you're mine. Woo, papa, loot your pie, you're mine. Woo, papa, loot your pie, you're mine. Woo, papa, loot your pie.
Okay, Paula, can you guess who those two guys were?
I'm going to take a wild guess here.
Be as wild as you want, kid.
Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry.
That was what Simon and Garfunkel were called before they were Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah,
She's
and they were
good.
She's probably got a computer that
Regardless, even if she just typed that fast, she's good.
Am I right?
You're right, Tom and
no.
Jerry.
Oh, I'm driving in my car. No, I don't
Are
have
you?
a
Oh,
computer or
really?
anything.
Wow. So you're good, Paula.
Well, that was a
Now where are you going to be again in Ann Arbor?
that was just a gut guess there. At the Ann Arbor Art Fair over on the South U stage on Saturday.
South U Stage, and when is that coming up?
It's the weekend of the 19th of July.
19th of July. So you got to promise the Doctor of Doo-Wop that you and was it Aaron and who else?
Bill?
Aaron and Bill will come on into the studio. Try about a week before, and bring your instruments so you can do a little live music for us here in the studio.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. We'll see if we can pull it off.
Do you guys have a disc, by the way, a CD?
Not so to speak. No, we've actually got one we've worked on last winter. We call it At Bill's House, and we actually did record quite a few songs. So we haven't really got it all together yet. But
Well, what you have to do is give me 2 or 3 on tape, and I'll put it on disc, and we can play it live periodically on the radio show.
Oh, okay. Well, we could do that.
Oh, yeah. Or you give me a disc of
Yeah.
some of your tunes, and we'll be happy to do some of that stuff on the radio show.
Okay. It's
Oh,
real
heck
nice
yeah.
talking to you again. I'll work on these things with you.
Oh, yeah, we have fun.
Cool.
Now, before we go off with you, what I want you to do is you're going to play DJ, and you're going to introduce another song from 1957. James, number 8 on the same disc. You're going to introduce a song from because we're doing one-hit wonders from 1957 right now, and you're going to introduce these guys on, it's a record label called Backbeat. It's Norm Fox and the Rob Roys doing a song called Tell Me Why. So in your best DJ voice, go at it, kid.
From 1957, Roy Rob.
Norm Fox.
Norm Fox and the Rob Roys.
Rob
There
Roys,
you go.
yeah.
Yay!
And tell me why. Thanks, Paula. Don't go away.
Okay.
Tell me why the stars in the sky, they're the same kind of stars that I see in your eyes. I love you, yes I do.
Yeah, we had fun with Paula, didn't we?
Bow, dip to dip. She was great.
Yeah,
Incredible.
she's great,
Sounded
yeah.
a little bit like Cher.
So, Paula and the Copycats coming up July at the Ann Arbor Art Fair.
Art Fair's a huge
I know.
event. Been doing for years and years and years. Big time. Thousands. It's like Woodstock. Huge. Hey, speaking of Woodstock, wow. I played at the Wyandotte Spring Fling last Saturday night. Unbelievable.
Good.
And that place, it's always sold out, but it was unbelievable.
Was
It
that
makes you
indoor
think-
art, though?
Makes you
Outdoor?
think that rock and roll is still alive. There's a band running around town called 50 Amp Fuse, and these guys are the band all of a sudden.
I gotta tell you, Benny, not only is rock and roll still alive, there are young people that are into this older music. There's that girl that was helping me last week get my sound straight. She's only like 14, 15. She plays Little Richard and Jerry Lee Lewis on the piano.
Wow.
I have a recording of her, not here, but I have a recording of her playing one of the Little Richard tunes. I forget what one.
Get us a link, and we'll play it. Anyways, 50 Amp Fuse, big band around town, 10-piece band, got a girl in the band and several singers. You think you're watching American Idol or something. And
Cool.
They pounded out 4,000 people in this arena, wall-to-wall bodies, and a band called Wisteria, and, of course, Benny and the Jets, and we jammed and had good times.
Good.
Excellent. So
Well, one of these days you have to let me know where you're going to be so I can catch...
the rundown Thursday at the Redford Moose. I do acoustic open mic. Anybody's got an acoustic guitar wants to hang out. Redford Moose, 5 Mile west of Telegraph. Friday nights I've been playing a solo gig at that Peterland's restaurant. You've been out there a couple times. Nice place, Farmington, south of 9 Mile. And Saturday back to Wyandotte, there's a little joint called Doohickey's Pub Saturday night. So jumping around always looking for stuff to do, just like we do at the radio show. Looking for live remotes. Always looking for places to strum the guitar for your party event. How I say, your party club or event. If you got a club, a nightclub.
How do they reach you, Benny?
I'll call you. Go to Facebook, find Benny the Jets.
What about your email?
BennyTheJets.com.
I'm playing doctor again. My
Beepers are going on.
What can
So
I
you
tell
just kind of ignore that beeper for a couple hours?
No, I
Try to
I
catch it
answered
between
somewhere
songs.
along the way.
So the over or under of songs played, you're at 4 now.
We'll get there. All right, this next song coming at you from 1957 is one of my favorite groups of all time. One-hit wonder, the Rays and Silhouettes.
Took a walk and past your house late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. From within a dim light cast two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, what a lovely couple they made. Put his arms around your waist, held you tight, kisses I could almost taste in the night. Wondered why I'm not the guy who silhouettes on the shade. I couldn't hide the tears in my eyes. Silhouette, 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 oh, silhouette, 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 oh. Lost control and rang your bell. I was sore. Let me in or else I'll beat down your door. When two strangers who had been two silhouettes on the shade said to my shop, you're on the wrong block. Rushed down to your house with wings on my feet. Loved you like I never loved you, my sweet. Vowed that you and I would be two silhouettes on
Yeah. Two Silhouettes on the Shade. 1957 on a label called XYZ. I've got the original copy of that thing. Who's this? Oh, Herman.
It's just a cover, right?
Yeah, it's a cover. Herman.
Cover. What made these guys want to do a cover of that old 50s song?
Well, that's a proverbial question. We've had this discussion
It's a little
many
more
times.
upbeat, a little more, a little peppy.
Obviously, these artists have access to gazillions of different songs that they want to sing, and they must have some affinity. You like that word? That's a good word. They must have some affinity for certain songs. Various artists like to do certain songs. And just like Chuck Berry, I don't think he ever did one cover song ever.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Many.
Really?
Many, yes.
Like which one did he do?
Let me think. Well, he did, off the top of my head, he did Hoochie Coochie Man, which was a cover. That was later. He did something Little Richard did.
That came out on a vinyl?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He did, I just got paid. Rip It Up. He did a cover of that.
Really?
He did. I got a list of them at home. I'd have to go through.
Chuck Berry says he wrote those songs.
No.
He says. He was there.
Well,
just like Bo Diddley was with when they wrote him.
He has several. He did several covers. Crazy Arms, which was a country song. He did a cover of that.
I told a story how they released Roll Over Beethoven into outer space, and the United States
Johnny B. Good.
Number 10.
the United States government said they did that because he was American music, and he only did his own original songs.
It's not. He doesn't.
I'm
He
just
did
telling.
covers.
I'm telling you what they said.
He did covers.
I'm telling
But
you what they said.
It's an Americana, and it covers the history, and they put a whole bunch of stuff on it.
Well,
Like a
anyway, so
Laserdisc.
not to interrupt you, Doctor, we'll get you back on your silhouettes. I just threw a little bit of Herman Sermons because there's probably a generation of young girls that know that song from Herman as opposed to the original.
Yeah, I mean, people living
There's
in
a
different times.
20-year cycle.
That's right.
That when you're a little kid now and you love Justin Bieber, 20 years from now, one of James's descendants will have a hit record of remake of Justin Bieber, and it'll be like new again.
That's right.
Hey, let me tell everybody, it's the Dr. Doo-Wop radio show every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. with Dr. Roman Franklin. Yours truly, Benny and the Jets Band. We're back. This is only the second week we've been back, Dr. Franklin. We've been out of hiatus for the wintertime, kind of hibernating, but we're back, and we're trying to bring the excitement to radio. The only way that we can get the word around to everybody is word of mouth. So if you're listening to us, you use your mouth to tell somebody else and have them tell somebody else and have them tell somebody else.
We need another caller here into the studio.
Wednesdays, 5 to 7 p.m.
So-
Right here. Oh, well, we got to tell everybody about your Facebook page, Dr. Doo-Wop Facebook page. All the links, all the pictures, all the stuff happens there. We hope everybody could watch us live right now. If you're near a
they can find
computer,
the link there.
go to the...
All they have to do to find the Facebook page is go to search engine, type in Dr. Doo-Wop Facebook, and it should come right up. And same thing with Benny and the Jets Facebook. It comes right up.
all right.
And there's a link to here on both of those.
Can we mention that on the Benny and the Jet Facebook page, there's a link to the Michigan Legends Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
They want to have a Hall of Fame. Question Mark and the Mysterians is already in the Hall of Fame.
They've been there, yeah.
Bob Seger, Ted Nugent, probably already in that Hall of Fame.
There's a lot of big names though that you have a lot more votes than.
Well, we need more votes. So if
You're
you go
in
to
like
the
second place
Benny
or
and the
first place
Jet,
maybe.
go to Benny and the Jet Facebook page and click on that
and you can
share.
vote more than once as long as you use a different IP address.
Pass around. So you could vote right here.
Well, I already did last week.
Oh, okay. All right, that's
All right.
back to Silhouettes on the Shade. And ladies and gentlemen, back to Silhouettes.
Dr. Doo-Wop. Anyways, so we need another caller so I can play trivia with the next caller. This next song coming at you right now is from a group from somewhere in the Midwest. It's one of the favorite songs I know of several people that call into the studio here. It's on the Fargo label. And here's coming at you right now, the Aquatones and You.
My darling, I'm lonely. Now that you're gone, please come back to me.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Dr. of Doo-Wop radio show with Dr. Roman Franklin. Yours truly, Benny and the Jets. Dr. Roman Franklin, what do you think about that song?
Yeah, I was playing doctor. I had to answer a call to the emergency room. It's one of my favorite songs. You get a lot of callers for that, don't you, James?
We used to. There was one lady who liked it.
I know,
every week when you were setting up, but we lost a lot of our West Side Corridor listeners whenever we switched the towers.
All right, let's go to this next song by a group.
Wait,
two guys.
Before you introduce that, can you hear this piano player? James, what's her name?
Her first name's Brianna.
Brianna?
Yeah. I don't know what her last name is.
He was telling you earlier that there's a young lady who likes classic rock and roll. 14 years old, lives in Warren or somewhere around Michigan. This is her playing her little keyboard. 14 years old. What were you doing when you were 14, Dr. Franklin?
Trying to get away from teachers' dirty looks.
This sounds like a big time recording.
You should bring her into the studio, guys.
Well, you have to call her mother. She's 14.
Her mother can bring her in.
I like this.
All right, I got to answer the emergency room. Okay. So let's go to this next song by a duo. Play the song, and we'll come back and talk about it. Jenny Lee. You know, the reason I played that song, not that these two guys, Jan and Arnie, were one-hit wonders, but they were. Later on, when Dean Torrance came back from the military, he re-hooked up with Jan to become Jan and Dean. And, of course, they're not one-hit wonders, let me tell you.
Incredible story, and it was a good movie. Turned into a really good movie. The Jan and Dean story.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good movie.
And, of course, I forget which one of the guys later on was in a auto accident. Jan? With his Corvette.
Dead Man's Curve.
Dead Man's Curve.
Wrote a song about it, then it happened to him.
Then it happened.
Ooh,
You're right. And of course, Dean later on went into the music business, became a producer of sort, and they had many business connections with the Beach Boys.
Weren't you the doctor at Meadowbrook Music Theater when Jan and Dean played there?
That's right.
I mean, I was in the audience,
Yep.
and it seemed to me, I remember seeing you backstage being a doctor.
Of course, he was.
Why'd you give that up?
You
don't got time of day, huh?
Younger guys.
You were there for Fats Domino and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh Roy Orbison was there.
Chuck, were you there for the Chuck Berry one?
Del Shannon, Chuck Berry.
No, but were you the doctor when Chuck Berry was there?
I don't think so.
These concerts, when they do concerts, they have to have a doctor on the premise just
That's right.
for emergencies.
That's right.
So Dr. Doo-Wop says, "Hey, I'm the perfect doctor for the job,"
You know,
and they let you do it.
I had to go backstage several times, many times.
Because guys were having hearts
And-
were pounding too fast or something.
Well, not quite. And Del Shannon was there with two bookends, one hot babe on each side of him.
Well, that's the way to
Back
fly.
in the room, way back. I took Ellen with me back there because I got a call to be the doctor, and I had to attend to one of the ladies. She had something with her eye, and I got me the lifetime of an
Oh, because
opportunity
you were a Del Shannon fan. Yeah.
autograph from Del Shannon.
Really?
2 weeks later,
Oh,
boom,
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Was there any sign that he was that depressed when you saw him?
Not at the time when I saw
Was
him.
he performing, or he was just backstage?
No. He was performing that night. He was
At
performing
Meadowbrook, and 2 weeks
At
later he killed
Meadowbrook.
himself.
That's right.
Man, that's a tragic
What's your story? Like 2 hours later?
No, I was on the phone with them when it happened. I told you that they were. They were putting a show together for Autorama, and 3 or 4 of us were all on a conference call, and he went on hold, and kaboom!
You know, it just to me, of all the up and coming performers that I got to meet, greet, so to speak, I love Del Shannon because in the year 1961, he actually got turned down. He went to a record label in New York, had a song, got flat out turned down by the publisher of that music company. And the guy said, "You got to write a more upbeat song." Next thing you know, he's back with Max Kruk. And Max Kruk has this little instrument. It did that little...
The carnival sound.
And boom, they wrote that record probably within 15 minutes, sent it off, and the next thing you know, 1961, I'm sitting up in my room doing my homework, and the disc jockey played that song over and over. It's called Riding the Record, and it became a hit, a smash, outright smash hit, runaway. Unbelievable. 1961.
And then later he went on to have a big connection with the Beatles as well. He went over to England. Somehow the Beatles were just kids at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a bit of a resurgence in the mid-'80s when they'd used a different version of Runaway for the theme song to
The
Crime
show.
Oh, and the TV.
Crime Story,
Wow.
yeah.
I changed the lyrics of it.
A little
I
bit.
actually like it better.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do somewhere along the way.
And we
we're-
embrace him as a Detroit story.
Oh, yeah.
He was Windsor or he was Detroit?
Detroit.
He was from Michigan.
Somewhere.
Ann Arbor, I think.
Near the Novi area.
Wow.
Yeah, Novi, Ann Arbor area. And so we're going to do a tribute to, down the road, to Chuck Berry, one show,
You know that
Bobby Darin.
your buddy James, Chuck Berry's like his hero.
Yes.
And
My one guitar, that's why I have that one.
and
You should write a
Del
song.
Shannon.
My one guitar.
All right.
My one guitar.
Now, this is an interesting story because this next guy, we won't tell you his name, we'll have you guess it. You have to call me here at 557-1460, area code 248, into the studio, and James will answer the phone and put you live on the air. And if you can guess who this artist is, he's actually from the United States, mainland, went to Hawaii to go to school, and then later on became a professor back on the mainland. And for a long time, he wrote a song, had this one-hit song on a label called International. I got a copy of it. And later on, it came out on Dot, International 57 and Dot 1958. And here's coming at you, this guy.
Terrence Stubbs.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll put them both on. Why don't you wind this one down and put them both on? Yeah, unfortunately, that is not the guy I wanted, but we'll get back. That was actually Jody Reynolds in Endless Sleep on the Demon label from 1958, another one-hit wonder. And we'll get to our mystery artist in just 1 minute, but we have on the line. Cookie, are you there, bud?
Yes, I am.
And T, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Well, you can't just say T. Let T introduce. T's like a celebrity. T, introduce yourself and tell our audience who, why, and how, and all the above. Tell them where you're from.
Baby?
Yes, good to hear your voice, T.
Hey,
as
same
in
here,
Terrence
man.
Stubbs, as in black tie, suit and tie.
Yes, sir.
What was that group? Slick Thighs?
Oh, slick thighs. Oh, that's not bad, James.
Okay.
James is funnier than he looks.
Y'all bumbling that.
What's the latest on all your Justin Timberlake connection?
Well, I just won a Grammy.
Incredible,
I just won the Grammy.
You know, I'm going to interrupt T. T used to be with us on the radio show, you know, for a few years here in the studio, a regular on the show. Brought an entirely new dimension to the radio show because of his experience in the music business. He is sort of representative of the Philadelphia sound.
With the Detroit connection.
Detroit connection, the OJs, you know, and all those boys.
Right.
Gamble and Huff, and
That's correct.
And all those things. And he spent almost 2 years with us here in the studio, and goes to Atlanta. He's got a new record label. What's the name of the record label, T? Fearless record label. And when he told me that he got a Grammy, I broke down and cried. I said to T, I love this. This is like, you are deserving this. This is an incredible opportunity for you to become known nationally, around the world even.
Yeah.
And unbelievable. Yeah. And then he calls me up one day and he said, I'm sending you a little present. And I got me the CD on a placard. And,
nice.
And T, it's sitting right there. I'm looking at it every day.
Oh, that's good, man.
You know, T, my band, Benny and the Jets, we put out a gold record. We didn't get a gold record. It was gold vinyl. We put out a gold record, and I gave Dr. Franklin a nice presentation of the gold record in a frame, and he can't find it.
How many copies did
I just want to let you know how important that was, James.
How many copies did it sell, Benny?
That was huge, man. Complete sellout.
Yeah. Hey, is James and Auntie with y'all?
Say that again, Terrence.
Is James and Auntie there with y'all?
Your Aunt
Thelma
is
not here yet. Not here yet.
James is, and our James, the board operator, is. And
hey, what's going on, James?
Hey, T.
All the Jameses are here.
We miss you here.
Yeah, what's up,
hey, man? You know, I love the show. Y'all know how zealous I was about, every Wednesday there, man.
Whenever you get a song that you're going to release, I'm counting on you to mail me a copy.
Oh, definitely.
So that we can play a new release. I don't care if it's hip-hop or rap or rock and roll. It don't matter to me. The T-Man is number one here.
Now listen to it, Terrence. Doesn't that sound like a song? It Don't Matter to Me.
Yeah.
By Dr. Doo-Wop. It don't matter to me.
That's
I like
right.
it. He's a song machine. So you're standing, right now you're standing in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now. And I just wanted to tell you a couple other accolades, man.
Fire away.
The American Music Award. The Grammy.
Right. I forgot that American Music Award.
Hey, guess what else? I just won the BMI Pop Music Award winner. Can you believe that?
BMI for what song, T?
Suit and Tie.
Suit and Tie. Man, you are just raking in the accolades, dude.
Man, it's crazy.
It's fantastic.
I can't believe all of this.
Now, how old were you when you wrote your song?
18.
18. And what was the name of the group you were with at the time?
Sly, Slick, and the Wicked.
Sly, Slick, and Wicked. And which one were you?
Wicked.
They always think it's Slick Thighs and Sticky Wicky.
Yeah.
Sly, Slick,
man.
and Wicked. You know,
Like a dream.
you know, put yourself back when you were 18. Any idea at all that this would have happened to you?
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
I mean, this is like unbelievable story.
Yeah. I was just glad to be on, we did the song on Soul Train. So that was
And
like
that's
a dream
on
of mine.
Facebook.
I'm in high school.
The
Soul
video
Train is
from
like
what he was on.
in Bandstand, the biggest shows on TV. And then here I get a chance to do Soul Train while I'm still in high school.
Where did you go to high school, T?
In Cleveland, Ohio, John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy High School in Cleveland, Ohio. And here you were 18 years old when your song came out.
Yep.
And you were Sly, Slick, and Wicked. And here you are on Soul Train?
Yeah.
You know, at 18, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do from high school.
I thought he was in his 20s in that video.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
You looked older than that. Older than 18,
Okay.
I mean.
Hey, James,
Yeah,
I was
tell
trying
him.
to give you a little credit.
He's not as
Okay,
smart as
but
he looks.
I'm gonna have to start hitting you with a preferable
I figured
slap
you
in
were.
the face.
I figured you were at least in your mid-20s. But
Yeah,
I don't know how old you are
Figured
either.
wrong. You figured wrong.
My mistake. But that video, I put that on. I did a edit where I cleaned up the audio and everything. I got it off of YouTube, or not off YouTube. I got it off Facebook. I re-edited the video and made the audio more clear, and it's on Facebook. It's on YouTube, I mean.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So when are you coming into the Detroit area, T?
I'm supposedly coming in there. I have a family on my mom's side in Cleveland. A little get together on the 24th of May.
All right,
And
so we're going to be in the studio on that Wednesday. You got to come in. We got to celebrate all your
That's
accolades.
That's what I plan to do.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Bless you, bless you, bless you, T.
Hey, man. It's so good to hear everybody's voice again, man. Thank you, man.
It's good to hear you.
Hey, so
Yeah.
people want to find about Terrence. How they find you on Facebook now, Terrence?
No, you know what, man? I ain't into that social media yet. You know?
You got to be social media connected.
Yeah. But I want to wait a little bit. But y'all know, y'all can give my number. I don't have no problem with that.
All right, T. We'll look forward to seeing you at the end of the month.
Okay. Take it easy, you guys.
All right. Cookie, are you still there, bud?
Yes, I am, Doctor.
So what's new with the Cookie Man?
Oh, got 4 dozen muffins going in the oven tonight, and just had my supper, and another day in Cookie's kitchen.
You know, you got to come down into the studio from Flint and bring us some of those goodies.
Well, I'm thinking, Doctor, that I'm headed for Toledo, Ohio, toward the end of the month,
All right.
and I've got a niece that lives in Ann Arbor,
All right. Well, that's nearby.
and maybe that week I could come down there Wednesday and just, from the studio, go over to my niece's house and then jump the bus down to Toledo.
There you go.
And
We got to have Pee Wee here. Tell us which Wednesday that would be. The last Wednesday of the month?
it's going to be Memorial Day weekend when I'm going down to Ohio.
So, yeah, the last Wednesday of the month. I don't know what date that is.
There's a
It should be
calendar
the
right behind you.
21st, I think, 22nd maybe.
It needs
You're
be
listening
moved
to WCXI 1160 Fenton.
Fenton, Michigan.
May,
We got people listening in Fenton, Michigan.
May 28th
We like Fenton.
is the last Wednesday of the month.
That's when we're doing the.
Back up a week, so it'd be the 21st.
The 21st? Okay, so, yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing you then, bud.
I'll give it a good whirl. I just got to check my finances.
Okay, now before you leave us, I'm going to have you to answer a question. Play that song from that Hawaiian kid, and tell us who this guy is.
Do 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 do. You know, when you use these computers, it takes a second to make all the buttons work and all the music happening.
When you're doing it from YouTube.
He's trying.
Hey, Benny.
Yes, sir.
Thelma, come over here, kid.
Here's a trivia note for you.
Okay.
Dean Torrance of Jan and Dean
Right.
also got into the graphic design business for album covers,
Nice.
and he designed the cover to the Beach Boys' 1976 album, 15 Big Ones, where he incorporated the Olympic rings, the 5 rings,
Mm-hmm.
and there was something else besides that.
That's a kind of a cool trivia, isn't it? Because they were both surf kind of guys. They were happening in that same era, same time, and it would create a cover kind of for the competition.
And here's a Del Shannon, Dean Torrance trivia question for you.
Yep.
What do they have, besides being in the music business, what incident happened to both of them in 2006?
What was that girl named Shelley?
I was thinking something else.
Oh, okay. Or what were you thinking?
They both passed away.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Incredible. Scary.
Yeah.
Who was this?
The Beach Boys and Janet Dean.
Who passed away in 2006?
They all died.
It was
You got to remember now, James is a Beach Boy.
The last Beach Boy that passed away was Carl Wilson. He died in
it was
1998.
Del Shannon and
Yeah, Del Shannon.
Del Shannon died.
All night long, I stood watching all night long. I stood watching till you went away. You were a girl of many charms. Oh, how I loved you in my arms. I never thought that you would ever go, 'cause I loved you so. Oh, Susie, darling, I thought you knew you were all the world to me. All my dreams come true. I stood a-crying all night long. I stood a-crying all night long. Crying and wishing you'd come back to me. Thinking of all the dreams we knew. Now that you're gone, they won't come true. My heart is empty without you. Nothing but misery. Oh, Susie, darling, I thought you knew you were all the world to me. All my dreams come true. Now I stand a-watching all night long. I stand a-watching all night long. Knowing that life has nothing left for me. I'll wait around most patiently, hoping you will return to me. Till that happy day, I will always be watching all night long. Oh, Susie, darling, I thought you knew you were all the world to me. All my dreams come true.
Yeah, Cookie, do you know who that is? Oh, Cookie left.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the Good Times, the Dr. Doo-Wop radio show every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. with Dr. Roman Franklin. Yours truly, Benny from Benny and the Jets Band. All day I've been trying to remind everybody that we're back. You know, we were off for the Christmas, kind of the winter hiatus vacation.
And who just walked in?
But we're back every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m., and we need you to tell your friends and have them tell their friends. Wednesdays, 5 to 7, WCXI, AM 1160. You find all the links and all the information at the Dr. Doo-Wop Facebook page. We are broadcasting
Or the Benny and
live.
the Jets Facebook.
It's on the Benny and the Jet Facebook
I put
page,
them on
too.
both.
We are broadcasting live, streaming the show live. So if you're near a computer, James, the best way is just go to Facebook. And what if you're not on Facebook?
They can go to any search engine and put in Dr. Doo-Wop Ustream.
Ustream, and it'll find them a link here?
Yeah, type in Ustream Dr. Doo-Wop Show.
Okay, and they can watch us and pass it around and tell their friends. And all those good things, Dr. Franklin. As James mentioned, Thelma Stubbs. What would you describe the shirt Thelma is wearing?
Well, the minute she stood in our doorway, my eyes went popping.
Yes.
And my heart started pumping, man.
You have a blue shirt on, too. You guys are like kind of color coordinated. Look, it looks nice on the TV.
It's like a mesh.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, it's see-through.
Fishnet.
It's see-through, right?
That's what
Fishnet?
Only I got
That's
something.
more than see-through.
I got something.
We're letting the radio audience mind wander,
There's something
Thelma.
under it. There's something
You got
under
something
it.
under it, baby. Now, Thelma, what color is your hair?
My hair is like a burgundy.
Burgundy.
With a little black.
All right, so
in it.
blue. So not the streamers that are actually watching us, but the people that are listening us on 23 in Fenton.
Yes.
They can hear Thelma's voice and they can think blue shirt with some kind of fishnet quality.
And my lips are red.
And some kind of burgundy hair. That's a handful, Dr. Franklin.
I have to tell you the story of how we met up.
Let me interrupt you just for a second. While we're talking about fashions on the red carpet, and Dr. Franklin wearing a blue shirt.
Yes.
And not burgundy hair, but it's what color do you call his hair, James?
White.
Okay. All right.
Just like you,
Yeah,
Benny.
I was just painting a picture here.
Just like yours.
Painting the picture.
I have to go back and tell you the story.
Your hair was black at one time, right?
Oh yeah, you saw the
Everybody's
picture.
hair
His was he was like a greaser, like Fonzie.
Oh yeah.
But mine was never black.
Oh really?
Yours was brown.
Yeah, no, I was a blondie.
Brown like James. Oh, blondie.
I was a blondie baby.
Several years ago, we were in the other studio, and surrounded at a table. This table, in fact, by the Contours, Joe Billingsley, Sylvester Potts, Bobby Rogers from the Miracles, Duke Fakir from the Four Tops, Carolyn Street and Bertha Barbie from the Velvelettes, and Jack Ryan, who was the manager for the Contours at the time. And we were just BSing around the table, just like we are now, and talking about music, and I decided to play a Four Top song. And, of course, the minute I play Four Tops, and Levi's voice coming at you, I said, where in the world did Levi get that voice from? And I didn't know the answer to that question, and neither did Duke. So several years later, I have an opportunity through a agent to go over into Southfield and learn about this girl group called the Stubbs Girls. And I show up at a house. It was Sheila's house, Thelma's niece, and I'm sitting there at the table, minding my own beeswax, and come into the living room or the dining room where I'm sitting. Prancing in there is this hot chick, Thelma.
Wearing blue?
I don't know what she was wearing at the time.
She had a red dress on that day.
And
devil in a red dress.
Could have been, Benny.
Could have been. And let me tell you, it was like instant magic. That's the only way to describe it. She started dropping names on me. Little Willie John, Jackie Wilson, Marv Johnson. It was just people from the hood, so to speak. And I had to go somewhere for another appointment that evening. I called up the guy. I said, I'm sorry, I'm stuck. I'm glued. I'm glued to this seat. I got these hot chicks with me now that are just name dropping at me. And it was like instant magic. And the depth and the abilities of these two ladies. And I had the very fortunate opportunity at Soundboard to hear the Stubbs Girls introduced.
At the casino.
Yeah, introduced by Duke Fakir and then Four Tops. This was maybe, about a year ago? And
is that on video?
I think it is.
Boy, you should
Benny.
have Duke walk out and introduce you guys. That's a magic moment.
Oh, magic.
No, that's not on. But you gave me a great idea.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think we better do that.
Well, you have to document that
Yeah,
for posterity.
I
Put
like
it on
that.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And-
like that.
You should
I'm-
have a YouTube channel for the stuff.
Of all
Okay.
Stubbs, everything Stubbs.
Okay.
And
We'll
I'm
do that.
I'm sitting there next to Ellen, my wife, and and I was spellbound by the ability,
Oh, thank you.
the performance that they gave. I said to Ellen, I said, "These ladies are better than the Four Tops."
Wow.
That's what I hear.
And
Wow.
and so I
Well,
learned.
you remember last week you were talking about one-hit wonders, and I said, "How about shoulda, coulda, wouldas?"
Yeah, well,
the Stubbs girls shoulda,
Yes.
coulda,
Yeah.
woulda. I mean, they were right there on the doorstep.
well, I think they still are.
Well,
I think the
lightning
best is yet to
strikes.
come.
Right.
And then she's sitting next to me many times in the
Can you
studio.
hear them playing a little bit of them in the background in your
What is the
earphones?
official name of the group? Because
Lost
we always
Stubbs.
say Stubbs Girls, but then it says L Stubbs,
Let's
Miss
Stubbs
Stubbs.
/ Stubbs Girls.
And
We go
online
by
it goes
both.
either way.
Yeah, we go by both. We're on the internet both.
I'm just wondering which the official one is.
Current.
The Stubbs Girls.
Okay.
Yep.
The Stubbs.
And then
Can you hear it in your headphone?
I hear it.
Yeah, okay.
And then I
Too loud or not loud
realized
enough?
that and she told us on the air that their voice was inherited from your granddad,
My
George.
grandfather,
The
John
George- oh,
Stubbs.
John.
Yeah.
and of
Right.
course
Georgia.
Joe Stubbs from the Falcons,
Contours.
and later the Contours,
Yes.
and then of course Levi,
Yeah.
and now we got Thelma, and we're going to get into a Falcon song in just a few minutes. So it's unbelievable, Levi's voice. It's like you play one note, you know who it is. And they're just, a guitar riff, satisfaction. All you need is a couple of notes, you know what it is. Same thing with Levi's voice. It's just an incredible voice of all time.
Not to mention, who was it? Is it Robert? Who was Levi's nephew that was in
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I don't think your mic is on.
Yeah, Robert.
He's something
Yeah,
else.
he sounds
That'll
a lot
put
like Levi,
shivers
doesn't
down
he?
your spine.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in our studio once?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where James heard him.
Your buddy Facebook James likes the story that I tell about Bo Diddley, where I asked Bo Diddley what makes a good guitar player, a great guitar player, a great singer, a great drummer, and he says you can tell the greats in two notes, just like what you explained about Levi Stubbs. Then everybody else sounds like that great. So
probably
there's Jimi
right.
Hendrix, and then there's 100 guys that sound like Jimi Hendrix.
That's right.
There's Levi Stubbs, and then there's guys that have big voices
Yeah.
that sound like Levi
got
Stubbs.
you.
So the greats,
Wannabes.
the greats in two notes.
We're going to be touring with the Funk Brothers
Yeah,
starting
tell
next
us,
month.
tell us.
Ed Willis and the Funk Brothers. We're going to be touring with them. We'll be doing a tribute to David Ruffin.
Oh.
So we're
Now,
starting out
Eddie
next-
Willis, is he a drummer or his guitar?
He's a drummer, I think.
Drummer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I met Eddie Willis.
Did you?
Yeah, a few years ago when the guy from Philadelphia was touring with the Funk Brothers. I forget his name right now. And they were down at the music hall, and I got an opportunity to go backstage. I met with the Funk Brothers, the guy on the tambourines, Ashford,
Yeah.
and the big guy on the guitar who has passed.
Right. Uh-huh.
I'm blocking on his name right now.
I can't think of his name.
Bobbitt.
Bob Babbitt was the bass player.
Bob Babbitt.
Babbitt.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe Messina.
Yes.
And Joe Messina's still alive around town. We should get him into the studio. You probably have connections. You could probably get him over.
I'm sure.
And and by the way, we are working on an opportunity to go back to United Sound Studios and do a show on a Saturday. We have to determine which one that is yet.
Yeah, the first Saturday.
First
I think
Saturday
it's
in
the
June?
First Saturday, yes, dear.
In June, okay.
Yeah.
And because Jennifer gave us an invite to come down.
Sure did.
So I'm sending a shout out to anybody within the range of our voice who knows anybody from United Sound Studios, performers, musicians, people in the studio,
Yes.
to come around and be part of the tribute to United Sound that we're going to try to do on Saturday, the first Saturday in June.
Saturday in June. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now we're back to 1958, and we're doing one-hit wonders. James, this next song coming at you is going to be number 2. And this is a song by a group called the Crescendos on the NASCO label, gorgeous label, by the way. Oh. And they did a song about a girl known as Julie. Oh, Julie. Oh, Julie.
Oh, 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 Julie. You'll never know how I love you. Oh, 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 Julie. A teenage dream that can't come true. I see you, Julie, each day as you walk by. But maybe someday, Julie, I'll be the apple of your eye. Although you're older than me, it makes no difference, you see, as you are my shining star. You've heard of passion for love and jealousy, my dove. Well, that's the way I feel about you. I need you, Julie. You'll never know how my heart yearns. Oh, please, please help me. My love just burns and burns. But someday, Julie, when I'm as old as you, I'll take you, Julie, and make my dreams come true. But someday, Julie, when I'm as old as you, I'll take you, Julie, and make my dreams come true.
Yeah, you know, Thelma, between the year 1954 and 1964, when the Beatles hit New York, February, there were something like over 15,000 record labels that popped up around the country, and over 15,000 groups. And the Crescendos were just one of the many, many groups around at that time. Yeah. And so many songs came out between 54 and 64 labeled as one-hit wonders. It's here's a new word for you, Benny, a plethora of songs that came out, and that was just one of them. Yes. We're going to take a break right now from one-hit wonders, and because of Thelma, we're going to play this next song, and we're going to ask her to name the artist.
Stubbs.
Keep on saying that you need me.
Wow.
As I hold you tight. Oh, keep on. I want you to love me, baby. Love me. Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard this
Keep on loving
years.
me, baby.
Goodness.
For him to saying now, baby, to stick by my side.
So we have somebody in the studio who knows the name of that artist, and you got any good stories about your brother Joe?
Well, JoJo, when he was just a little boy, maybe about 5 or 6, my sister Evelyn, Sheila's mom, used to take him to different barbershops up there by the projects where I was born. And they used to give JoJo money just to sing. So he's been doing it for a long time.
How old was he when you first realized that he could sing?
I think about 14, maybe.
And there was plenty of opportunity in the neighborhood for people to go to different places.
Absolutely.
And almost like any night of the week, they could probably go practice your sort of your wares, if you would.
Yes.
And there was competition.
Yeah, Little Willie, Levi, and Marv Johnson, Jackie Wilson, they all went to the Warfield Theater as teenagers and competed against one another.
Yep, and that's where I think Duke met Levi, too, in fact. I believe that's on it.
So kind of talent show kind of thing.
It was a talent show, that's what it was.
It was American Idol on a very much more smaller scale.
There you go.
And it was, to me, I would have given my eye teeth just to be able to go back in time and to see some of that going on.
Yeah.
The competition, according to Duke, was fierce.
Yeah, it really was.
And that's how Duke met up with Levi.
Yeah, they were all just having fun, singing naturally.
Yeah. And there would be parties in the neighborhood on various nights of the week. They would wind up at a party and they would start singing a cappella.
Yeah, a cappella.
And it was just amazing to me.
No music.
Let's do another Joe Stubbs single.
Look into my eyes. What do you see? What do you see? Can you see? Oh, what the future holds for me. Please tell me, pray tell me, what's my destiny? Look into my eyes. What do you see? What do you see? Can you see? All the miseries I've had. Pray tell me, will somebody tell me what's my destiny? All I want to know is what lies ahead for me. The past is now behind, where it shall always stay forever and ever. Look into my eyes. What do you see? What do you see? Can you see what the future holds for me? Please tell me, won't somebody tell me what's my destiny?
Yeah. Now, we're going to play you this next song on that, number one on that disc. And this group, we've talked about this many times, Benny. The Falcons, on the Flick label, and I've got a copy of it, came out with a song called "You're So Fine." I don't know who wrote it, and of course there were 5 guys: Wilson Pickett, Eddie Floyd, Mac Rice. Who else was
Willie
there?
Sheffield.
Willie Schofield. And, of course, the connection to Thelma was Joe Stubbs.
You can't say that with enough explanation points. When you list the list of guys that were in this band called the Falcons, each one of them a superstar, potential superstar in their own right, but we're all in a little band together,
kids.
Yeah, trying to make it in Detroit.
Kids. And can you imagine Wilson Pickett?
And maybe not necessarily known as Detroit.
Right.
Because Wilson Pickett and those guys,
Eddie Floyd,
they kind of made it the Memphis sound. They're known as the Memphis sound, although the Memphis sound evidently came from Detroit.
Yes, it did. Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's
Aretha Franklin was to an extent the Memphis sound. She recorded at Muscle Shoals.
It was written by "You're So Fine" was written by Lance Finney.
Oh yeah.
Willie Schofield,
right,
and Bob West.
Okay. Bob, okay, I thought it was
Bob West was one of the original guys in the group.
Ronald West was their manager.
It says Lance Finney, Willie Schofield, and Bob West.
Him, and Bob West.
Lance Finney was a big part of that.
He was a lead guitar player.
His name comes
Schofield
up a lot.
was the bass.
Now, we're going to rack up the song, and I'm going to have this young lady sitting to my left in the studio accompany her brother Joe Stubbs.
You're so fine, you're mine, you're mine. I'll walk and I'll talk about you. I love you. I love you. I need you. I need you. And I'll walk and I'll talk about you. There ain't nothing in this world as sweet as your kiss. You're so fine. You're so fine. And every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. You're my first cup of coffee, Benny. You're so fine. You're so fine. You're mine. You're mine. I walk and I talk about you. You're so fine. You're so fine. You're mine. You're mine. I'll walk and I'll talk about you.
You know, it don't get no better. It don't get no better than Thelma Stubbs and Joe Stubbs singing that.
Thank you.
And I would have given my eye teeth to have actually met with Joe Stubbs and be able to say, "Hey, buddy, I got your sister in my studio."
He's a great guy. He was really a great guy.
So, Benny, we've been doing this show for now coming up to 15 years. Can you imagine that? It is just unbelievable. The time has flown. We're going to play this next song only because I got Thelma in the studio. Number 5 on that same disc. And the trivia question is, who is this artist? you. Thing. Whoa, whoa. Just one look.
Sing it down.
New. Ooh.
I'll get you someday. Just one look. That's all it took. Just one look.
Yeah, the song is dedicated to my new grandson,
Nice, nice.
Well, what's his name, Doc?
David.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
It's pretty exciting. We just recently celebrated Dr. Doo-Wop's birthday, and now he turns around and has a little grandson.
Wow.
To kind of commemorate that birthday, keep
What
the
a
tree
guy.
alive. Good times, Wednesday, every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. Dr. Doo-Wop Radio Show, Dr. Roman Franklin, yours truly, Benny and the Jets Band, doing what we like to do. Please tell your friends, let them know that we're hanging out and having fun on WCXI Radio.
And by the way, that was not Doris Troy from 1963.
Wow.
That was young Martha Reeves and the, I always say Martha Reeves and the Umbrellas, but it's Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. And
what year was that, Doc, you know?
I don't know what year I got the record, and I don't know what year she did it. I always ask her, and she won't tell me.
She might not remember.
But it probably after she left Motown, I know that for sure, which would have been probably after 1972.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that was Martha Reeves doing that song. Now, we're going to wind the clock back to 1958. And this next group, one-hit wonder for the group. But the main leader of the group was not a one-hit wonder. So here they're coming at you right now, the Teddy Bears.
Know him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him. And I do, 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 and I'd be good to him. I'd bring love to him. Everyone says there'll come a day when I'll walk alongside of him. Oh, yes, yes, to know him is to love him. And I do, 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 and I do. Why can't he see? How blind can he be? Someday he will see that he was meant for me. Oh, yes, to know him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him. And I do, and I do, and I do, and I do, yes, and I do, and I do, and I do.
Okay, yeah, and of course that was Phil Spector with a couple of his buddies in the group the Teddy Bears. This was an interesting story behind the song because Phil Spector wrote it in honor, a tribute to his father, who on his gravestone said to know him is to love him, and wrote the song. Didn't take him long to write it. Wrote it for his own group, the Teddy Bears, and had an audition with the record at ERA Record, in Los Angeles, where I will be tomorrow, and had Sandy Nelson on the drums, which is very interesting. And the lead singer of the group at the time was not Phil Spector, but rather a gal named Annette Kleinbard, who I never heard of from since. And so it was an interesting concoction of 2 or 3 people in that group, and to come out with a song, one-hit wonder. And, of course, Phil Spector, producer, writer, extraordinaire, responsible for many, many songs in the, that famous wall of sound. Now, who do we have at the other end of our line? Is that the Q-Man?
Hello, it's me, E, and another Phil Spector. Another Phil, but we don't have to talk about him anymore. Like I told Ronnie Spector, change your last name. I call you Ronnie, right? Change your last name. Drop that. You don't have to be related to that person anymore. And besides that, I want to talk to Thelma. My goodness, I'm all bubbly here.
Hey,
just
Q.
on the screen and everything like that. Girl.
Q, I got Thelma Stubbs here in the studio with you.
You know what I'm talking about? He's in Atlanta right now, right?
Yes.
But, hey, Thelma, what you been doing, girl?
Everything, Q. Just hanging out and singing and studio and everything.
Well, I tell you what, Benny knows this. I got a lot of projects, and I'm looking for some backup singers.
Well, you got it.
Thelma, wait a minute, Thelma.
Yes.
Okay, did you see the thing that I did with was, right? You know.
I think I did, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, anyway.
That's my boy, Don Was.
Rehearsal. We had a half-hour rehearsal. They were playing Stand By Me by Benny King.
Yeah.
And I walked in there and said, they ain't going like that.
Did you, Q?
They ain't going like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was, Benny knows how I am.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't want to get anyways, but Benny knows how I am. And Benny, I got a little bird, somewhere in the air flying something about me and doing possibly something or something like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Not to get away from Thelma.
That's okay.
I don't know how much time we got. You know how that is.
17.
Try to call a little bit earlier and all that kind of stuff, but I couldn't get through.
Well, yeah, we got to.
I was going to talk about something else, but when I saw my baby right there, sitting right there and all that kind of stuff, I said, no, I got to drop that. I got to concentrate on her.
Question mark. Someone from Clio, Michigan called me for the Clio Festival.
But anyway, so Benny, if you want to, I don't know if we can talk about it right now because we don't know the possibility. But I'll tell you what, though. Girl, I got to get back with you again.
Okay. Anytime, baby.
No,
I thought anything is possible,
I do a lot
Q.
of Vegas shows. You got to get on my Facebook. Anyway,
Okay.
By the way, Q, this is the Doctor of Doo-Wop. I want you to think about something.
You know what it is.
All right.
Q, the Doctor of Doo-Wop. I want you to listen to what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
About a year from now, we anticipate a lady coming into the city of Detroit area. Her name is Susie Quattro. And I'm looking for a venue where I would like to have a concept that I've got called Michigan Music. And on the venue would be Question Mark and the Mysterians, would be Susie Quattro, would be the Stubbs Girls, and one of my favorite guys in the area, too, a guy, if he's ever back in this area, Rob Carter. And what a lineup of people that would be.
I didn't know you wanted to do this much. I thought you just wanted her. You want me to contact her about that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want
let me know exactly what you want, and I'll contact her.
Well, it'll be predicated on the dates when she can come in.
This is true.
Because, probably...
And she won't know that till next year.
Yeah, and so the idea would be to contact one of the promoters and hold it at, like, the Dearborn Center for the Performing Arts, for example. We could just hire the venue, and what a show that would be with Michigan musicians. Can you imagine on one stage to have the likes of Question Mark and the Mysterians, famous, worldwide famous, and Susie Quattro, international lady, Thelma Stubbs and the Stubbs Girls.
Right.
What a
Jets
lineup.
Band.
Yeah, Benny and the Jets Band. What a lineup of people. What do you think of that?
Okay. Well, I felt like it is, and I've been talking about this for many, but I never talk about it on the radio show. And I tell it like it is, right, Benny?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So forget about the past and all stuff, but remember the past. That makes any sense to you, right? Okay, Susie Quattro, love her to death and all that kind of stuff, but they ripped my song off from Cherry July.
Yes.
They did. The organ part, note per note, is on the guitar. Love Me Baby Cherry July. By the way, I would love Thelma to do that song. Could you play Love Me Baby Cherry July?
Oh, yeah.
Love Me Baby.
We'll have to
And
set
you
that
know,
up for
if
one
you-
of the future
if you have
shows
time
to play that for you, yeah.
Somebody in, you'll hear the melody line. But, you know, because she's a Michigander, I didn't do anything. You know, but I could have took some action on there. I mean, Benny, you know, when somebody plays that lead part that Lil Frank did on the organ, note per note.
Right. I agree 100%. Question mark, someone from Clio, Michigan called me up for the Clio Music Festival. What do you know about that?
But we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
No, but I like Thelma to be on it if I'm going to do anything about it. But we, you know.
Just
no,
give me a
this is-
call. Contact me.
No, but Thelma, I got some bigger things. A Las Vegas show that I've been putting together with Barbara Harris,
Okay.
Louise Murray,
That sounds good.
a few girls to do their show, and Ronnie, right? Ronnie Spector. And we're headlining because these girls will back me up because, you know, they do Can't Get Enough of Your Baby, and they do Sally Go Round the Roses.
Okay.
They'll open up with their show and things like that. I've been working on this.
Okay.
If I'm going to do a Las Vegas show, it's going to be Las Vegas with orchestra, everything. Right, Benny?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Uh-huh. No, I've been talking about this since November, lining it up in Las Vegas. I'll talk to you later about that. Uh-huh. Okay, but anyway,
It's a great idea. It's so great to hear your voice on the radio, question mark. You know, we're on every Wednesday, 5 to 7, and Dr. Franklin always likes to say his show is your show. Mi casa, su casa. He likes you to be part of that. You have to call in and be, you know, and help this show be successful.
There you go.
But if you want to play them back to back, Love Me Baby Cherry July and Stumbling In, I mean, it was 1977, I believe it was. I was in Bakersfield. They had the radio because I don't listen to the radio. I heard this melody song. I said, wait a minute. That sounds like my song. I went all the way across from where I was, way over there, and naturally it was Susie Quattro and Mike Chapman. And I said, 10 years later.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that's got to be a story for the ages.
But I tell that story, but because I love her and I respect her, and she's a Michigander, I didn't take no action, okay?
Well, we're going to have to do that song on the next radio show a week from today, Q.
No, but it still will be a great lineup. They know where they got the melody line.
That's
Let's just
right.
Put it that way.
And if she doesn't, she needs to.
Oh, no, they know. Believe me. I mean, here's the lead part. That's what I'm saying, Benny. Note per note, the same thing Lil Frank did on the organ, on the guitar. Note per note.
Okay, Q, man, we got to run, buddy.
Okay, Thelma, love you.
Okay, dear. Love you too.
And I want you to start singing with my group and other things, because Benny knows I love female singers.
Okay.
This show is your show, question
Yeah,
mark.
so Q, call in next week, buddy.
Well, you know I am going to call in next week.
All right. The question mark in the Mysterians. Love
you hear,
that man.
Can you hear question mark in the background here? I mean, it's a pretty nice recording of
Oh,
Sally
yeah.
Go Round. Question mark's a talented guy.
Oh, he's an extremely talented individual.
And that's part of his problem. He has so much talent bottled up inside of him.
He's got dance moves.
I've been listening
That would
to
be
his version of,
like Jackie Wilson.
Wow.
Of,
Oh, yeah.
What's that song?
Yeah, he's just
Stand
he's,
By Me.
He's
The one from the way he did it at O'Toole's. I have that on my MP3 player. I was listening to that the other week.
He's magic, and he's done what very few musicians in the world have done, and that's have a #1 record.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the list of people that have probably all these records we played today, none of them were #1 records.
No.
He's in an exclusive club.
Incredible performing. Okay, now here's coming at you a song done by a guy from New Orleans, Mr. Frankie Ford and C. Cruz.
Oh,
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to sign off so we can make this all happen, but keep in touch with us on the Facebook pages, the YouTube pages. It's the Dr. Doo-Wop radio show every Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. on WCXI. Find us on TuneIn.com. Find the TuneIn app on your phone. Find the Dr. Doo-Wop Facebook and my Facebook page, Betty and the Jets, as well. Hey, Thelma, say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, James. What high school did you go to, James? Are you still single? Oh, man. What's that dating line you go to? Plenty of Fish? We'll see you guys later.